doing on this fine Tuesday? Okay, yay! I can see some clacking hands. You know, I'm going to go ahead and ask it if you can hear me. Okay, good. Well, I am in Rhode Island for a training. I'm so excited about it. Cannot wait to meet some new JPAR agents up here. And it is beautiful. Actually, I am cold, so a little different than being on the island. You know, humid and warm, 100 degrees, so it's a little different. So today we're going to do a couple of different things, but I am moving. Okay, good. We got about 11 people here. Good. So we're going to talk about a couple of things, and I need to ask y'all, have y'all done anything to your website, your JPAR website, which is through BoldTrail, JPAR Connect? Give me a thumbs up if y'all have dug kind of deeper into the website settings. Anybody? Okay, I see a shocked face like, no. Okay, that's hilarious. I like that picture. So we're not gonna dive way deep. Okay, we're not doing HTML. We're not doing any HTML blog post, but I'm going to give you a lot of information so you can make the decision how you want to customize this for your business. But first and foremost, you need to do the basic, which is over here on the right. I want you to click on your picture, and right here on the fourth line down, it's going to have your website. And if you haven't checked it out, you need to check for things. And I'll show you, I have a glitch on mine right now. It actually doubles the team name, and it says powered by JPAR, and it's doubled up. So this was not like this before, and so now it's there. So now we have to do a support ticket, and we have to get one of those taken off. Now, anytime that you see something like this, just know that there's always updates to platforms. They are constantly, their innovation is off the charts. They're constantly improving the products that we have. So be mindful of that. So when you see something, it's not something that you did. It's probably just in the coding that they did. So anytime you see a little glitch like that, you can go in, and sometimes you can fix it yourself if you know where to go. But if you don't, all you have to do is contact support@jpar.com, and they will help you. The technology department at JPAR will help you. So just submit that and they will take care of it. Also, if you have more than one MLS, then you need to contact support@jpar.com and let them know the multiple MLSs that you are in. Because when people go to search here, yes, they can search, but also properties just listed and are, you want to make sure that these properties are connected to the right IDX feed coming from the MLS that you have. Okay. So really double check those two things when you look at your website. Also, you want to make sure that over here that your tabs, like right now I have 3, you have a max of 4. So you can put another one up here. So I'm going to show you where that is. I'm not going to overwhelm you. I'm going to kind of give you where to go and when to do something. And then I want you to take it slow when you start going and messing with your website, okay? But you can't break it, so don't be scared. So I'm going to hop back over to BoldTrail. Now I'm just going to hop right into our Omni search and type in web IDX. Should come up right here. Site management. There we go. And it's going to come up here and say my web and IDX. You're going to see a lot of different tabs up here at the top, but I'm going to go to website settings. This is the one where I really want to be because it's the look, it's the navigation, it's the general information. And when you go through here, you can either go straight through and go down all the way through this, or you can go over here to the kind of the tabs on the left. And I like looking at just the general information. This is where you're going to start right here. And if you're going to ask, I still do not know about the silhouette yet for the upgrade of the website that we are getting. But right here, I do want to show you that the background image. So if you look at my right here, I have several images clicked. So anytime somebody comes to my website, it's not the same picture. It kind of cycles through multiple pictures. So this is the one I have up right now. So you can see that I have this one, and then I have this one. I really like this one. This looks really good with kind of the layout that we have, especially with the logo, the team logo. And then you can tell that this one I have checked, and this is the one that is on my website. So you can select different ones. So I recommend going through and just seeing which pictures you like. Now, when you do, you can select a picture that you want to upload if you want. It needs to be a certain dimension. It needs to have, but they have tons in here that you can go through. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to these. And then right here, it says upload your own background image. So it gives you the measurement right here if you want to upload your own. Yes, Nora, I like that one too. I don't know. It's the blue. It's kind of the, I don't know, log cabin feel. Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm not sure if I can turn up my volume. I can try to get the headset a little closer. Let's see. Is that better? Can you hear me? Is that a little bit better? And Rhonda, when you select more, right here under the pictures, when you're scrolling on them, get over here. All you do is you select the little squares and you can check them. But remember, you have to hit save at the bottom. So you can select more than one. Is the volume a little bit better, guys? Give me a thumbs up or something. Oh, Nora said you can hear me fine. Okay. If you don't mind, just kind of turn your speaker up and blast me. I'm wearing a headset because I am in the hotel lobby. So, and this is being recorded. So if you have difficulty with sound, you can go back and watch the recording. Okie doke. And so Rhonda, I hope you saw that I could switch on multiple of these to get multiple that will actually cycle through. Now, if you go to your website and then you try to get back on it immediately, it doesn't cycle through that quickly. But if you come back in a few minutes, it'll cycle through. Right here, make sure that your dimensions, even if you upload something, it's a little skewed, you can take it off and you can redo it. I recommend going into Canva if you want to create like a custom one, but remember that your JPAR logo is going to be on the top left. So make sure that you leave room. I have a team account, so I have the team logo here, but just know that this is the general area where the logo is going to be. So use a picture that has like down here, see this white space? You know, if you used a picture like this, it has this white space, you could put the logo in it. So just be mindful of that, and I'll have a better feel and layout to it. So when you keep going through here, sometimes you can put a secondary logo if you want, if you have your own logo. But if this is grayed out, there's a reason for that. So it also gets into the domain name. of what you use. So if you just have, CourtneySchaefer.jpar.com, then it is going to be, it's, you can use your jpar.com, but you can also get your own custom um, domain name, and you can use that. So all you have to do is contact Inside Real Estate, support at insiderealestate.com. You can get one off of GoDaddy or any other domain purchasing. I have showmetexas.realestate as my domain that I own and will be added to the team account so we can use it. And right here, it actually, for the team one, it actually has showmetexas.jpar.com, but this is going to be, I can always use my domain name at GoDaddy and I can forward it to my jpar.com one. So I really like doing that instead of going through and adding it, but it's just adding it. It's not an extra pay cost or anything like that. So I bet y'all can tell that I'm a little jet lagged. We got up at 3:00 this morning and haven't slept. So forgive me. And we're having a heavy topic today. So right here under, you can do testimonials. You can change all of these toggles. You have to make a decision if you want these on or off. If you don't know what they are, just skip them. Some of these are really not important, but I recommend highly that you go through here, and if you want information on them, sometimes they have these little question marks or exclamations right next to it, and it will explain or have a tip for it. I do want to jump down to some of the important items. You can use widgets. There are a lot of widgets. When you come in here, you can add to your website. And these are all the widgets that you can add. And when you add this, it's going to add, make sure when you add it, you go and you look at your website, see if it's in the placement that you like. But they have a lot of, just listed. They have open house or blog posts, market reports. You can add any of these widgets that you want. So, and then there's also custom widgets. That's going to get a little bit more advanced. So I would really just see which ones you want. I do want to take a pause right here because I did go into ChatGPT and I did a couple of prompts for you guys. And it was really a simple prompt. I just want to increase my SEO on my BoldTrail CRM platform. Give me step-by-step instructions. I want to point out a couple of things. We talked about the domain that I told you can get your own custom domain. And thanks, Franco. It was super early. I am not a morning person. Right here, I do want you to, I love it that y'all know me so well, but I'm not a morning person. I love that laughing emoji. So right here, you're going to optimize your website and SEO settings. You really need to do this prompt because it's going to walk you through step by step, and then you have to make decisions. So like the meta title, top real estate agents in Galveston, Texas, or Show Me Texas Real Estate Team, or we help buyers and sellers. You really need to understand and kind of strategize. So I recommend when you are really wanting to dig deep on your web IDX and customizing it, over here, there is live training. I know I'm live training, but this is actually live training from the makers, okay? So you never want to, when you're messing with your website, you want to make sure that you stay in the parameters that they really want you to stay in, or it's really not, you're not going to be happy with it. Scott, my husband, he taught me when he was at the marketing firm, white space is necessary. Like if you see all this white space, that's necessary. If you have ads going over here, things blinking, a image, a GIF, all this stuff, and a widget, and then a bot at the bottom, all these different things, then it's not as elegant. It is not something that they can focus on, and they can see a button right here that says, want to buy a house now? No, or what's your home's worth? You need to really keep it simple. So try not to add all of the really cool, neat widgets and all the information and put it on there. You really want to keep it simple. And you can ask any, you can watch all the videos you want. You can watch all the TikToks, all the reels, everything. Your website is not going to get you more buyers and sellers. This is a tool for you to use to communicate and engage with more buyers and sellers. Okay. Your website doesn't win clients. It's you. So you need to use it in a way that is promoting and marketing, right? So you need to fill out your profiles on all of the real estate platforms, including Zillow, including Realtor.com, Homes.com. You need to put your profile out there and put your website out there. That way you're drawing them to your website. That creates engagement. If you do a squeeze page, by the third or fourth picture, it's squeezing them to put their information in, especially on Facebook. So you really need to figure out how you're bringing in these sources and how you're promoting your website. But I am going to go back to the ChatGPT, and right here, I'm going to show you over in, let's go back into the web ideas. Go back into I'm going to go to the custom navigation right here. These are the custom page links, and then there's search label, sell label, finance label, and resource label. These are all 4 of these right here. Well, 3. Last week I accidentally deleted one of those and I didn't add it back. So right here, these are the tabs up at the top. And you can see where we've changed what is your home worth. Instead of it saying sell, now it says what is your home worth. So you can see it on my site that this has been changed. So you can change the words up here if you want. I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to kind of skip a little bit. They do have listing carousels that you can put on here. On my site, you can see that these are carousels right here, just reduced. Let's see. I'd really go through here, and if at any time, anytime these toggles, remember, sometimes you want this, but there is a default that really does do these certain items, but like it says don't scrub areas. Unless you know exactly what this means, just skip it for now, okay? There's a basic level for your website, and then there's advanced. Don't mess with toggles until you know what they mean. If you have any questions about any of these items, all you have to do is highlight this, and you can come over to the blue circle right over here, and oops. I have one going already. I was seeing what tips they had. So I can go back. And right here, this is where you would just ask a question. So if I said, don't scrub areas, what does that mean? You could put it right here and it will come up with articles for you. I do want to get down to these are your footers. You cannot change these. These are done for you to make sure you're in compliance with TREC or your state. If you do see something that is not in compliance with your state, then I would recommend contacting support@jpar.com, because they're the ones, JPAR is the one who actually keeps your website in compliance. Then the analytics, right here, you have a Google Analytics ID. Now, when you have a Google My Business, I would say that this is going to be very important, and you can hit learn more and you can walk through these steps, and it's going to tell you exactly what to do all of this. Okay, guys, and you go through all of this. I know it's a little cumbersome, but you only have to do this once. Okay, if you do not have a Google My Business, I recommend you doing it. All you need is a Gmail account. Remember, Google loves Google My Business to be set up, and also YouTube. So when you start doing all of this in YouTube ads and Google ads, all of that starts working together, and that it just really, really bumps it up and to be a powerful machine. So you don't have to be an expert, but you do need to put this information to connect it. Okay. I do want to point out that on here, where is it? It's going to talk about blogs. When you add a blog, and nobody ever really wants to do a blog, but when you go and do a blog, it increases your SEO by, like, try to look at the stat. I think it was 40%. Let's see real quick. It's on here. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Maybe it's in my second prompt. Let me find it real quick. And don't worry, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it in the chat so y'all can have it. I think it's either 40% or 60%. I remember just seeing that when I was doing this prompt. But it increases significantly. And okay, I'll give you all this good stuff, and I'll copy it in the chat in just a second. But I do want you to understand that when you do a blog post, you can just put it in ChatGPT and say, I need 52 blog posts. That's one a week. And then you can put them in there. You can even ask it for, put it into HTML and add it. So I would definitely go through here. And if you want to add blog, you can go through here and you can start selecting add post. When you add it, publish now, save as draft, you can start all of these. I recommend, if you want to do something, and also you can actually do your blog, and I believe you can put links in there. It's been a minute since I've done it, but again, I recommend connecting everything together. So if you have a reel that's very popular, I think I did. I think one of the most clicks I ever received was on a pantry that I did this open house, and I was just in love with this pantry. Everything was in bins. It was labeled. It was all in navy blue. It was like Martha Stewart had done her pantry, and I had taken this video or picture, and I got the most engagement on that. And I even had people coming to the house for the open house just to see the pantry. So I would have to say, when you find that engagement, or you actually ask ChatGPT, what are people interested in homes right now? What's a pain point? What is the feature that they want the most? Is it the yard? Is it, is it the kitchen? Or is it the entry? Or is it how it looks on the outside? Curb appeal. So you can ask all these crazy questions to ChatGPT to really focus on what kind of content you want for your blogs. Ooh, I got a lot in chat. Let me check real quick. Okay, Nora, I'll answer yours. Rhonda, I am not sure of that. That's a very good question. I would actually put that into ChatGPT and actually tell ChatGPT that your Google Analytics ID has that, and then also you want to put it into BoldTrail, and you can even screenshot. You can even do like a snipping tool. So sometimes you can take a snipping tool and do this. You can actually copy it, and you can actually and save it, and you can paste it into ChatGPT and say, what do I put here? And it's not accepting my Google ID. You could actually say, what's the workaround? This is for BoldTrail. So you can really be specific. And I have another tip for you on ChatGPT in just a second. And where's the blogs? Blogs get posted on your website. Okay, I am going to mention again, and it's okay. This question gets asked almost every single Tuesday, but this is about spam, you guys. You have to train your system. You can't just put an email in here and send it out and think it's going to work. You actually have to build your system. You have to connect it with your contacts. You need advocates. You need to, because it needs to validate your system. These are set up for agents all over the country. And yes, it's a third party. It is not sending from a Gmail account or an Outlook account. So it needs to be verified. So it's not necessarily your settings on your platform, and it's not the platform's fault. Google and Outlook were hacked this year. So everything has been taken down like nothing's getting through, even the good stuff, even the stuff you want. Okay. So you need to train your system. The best way to do it is to have advocates. I'm not going to get on spam right now. I'm going to stick with the website, but just know that you need to be training your system. And anytime you send something out, you contact that person. You can follow up with a text and say, I just sent you an email. It may be in your spam. Please let me know. Look forward to talking with you. And here's the thing, guys. I'm just going to lay it out there. And if y'all get upset with me, it's fine. But we are spam. We're salespeople. We are spam. So the way that you not be spam is you engage on a different level. So you're going with an invitation, or you're going with an offer, or you want to share something very important that they may be interested in. Get on a different level rather than the sales level, and that spam will go down. So, and then also remember to follow up. If you're just sending out emails, then it's a numbers game and not a personal engagement and building relationships. Okay. And then I see another question. Yes, and when you use a large file, if you put an image, even if you have a big image in your email for your signature, it's going to trigger spam. If you have more than 4 fonts, it's going to trigger spam. If you have moving things, it's going to trigger spam. Everything triggers spam. So just keep it simple and use words. If you try to make big, huge files, those are going to be flagged to spam. So if you want to Google spam, or if you want to get into ChatGPT and say how to avoid spam, it's really going to tell you, train your system. So recommend that, and I hope that helps. And yes, I get that asked almost every Tuesday. So for those of you who are here every Tuesday, we will get right back to the Web IDX and keep going. So I do, there are wonderful things that you can do with your web IDX. And remember, it's beginner, intermediate, and advanced. When you actually have the zaps or links that go straight to your website, that's kind of, I don't want to say a hardwired, but that's kind of if it's hardwired, then you're going to have a lot more benefits. But let me tell you this, if you want to go out and spend $10,000 on a new website, be my guest. That's like burning money to me. Because you have a website that you can get SEO on. If you don't understand SEO, learn SEO and then modify your website. Don't try to do it and then try to understand how everything connects. So I would definitely learn why it's important to have it. I do want to point out, somebody asked, how did I get that carousel? I use the hero one. These are different templates, and you can do, there's champion, warrior, and victor right now. We are getting the silhouette, but we don't know a date on that. I think it was having a little bit of difficulty putting in these higher end pages on here. So I think they're taking a little long on that one, just to be honest. But I have this one, which is hero right now, which shows the different cities, and it comes up with the 2 carousels. I like this one a lot. I've done warrior before where it has the squares. I do like this one. If you want to view it, I like this one because it actually has what your home's worth right here, rather than the tab up at the top, right? Because they have the cell right there. So I like it that it's right here. So I like this one a lot too. It's really just preference, what y'all want to the look and feel that y'all have, right? And so I'm going to go down to the analytics where we left off, which was the Google Analytics ID. And try to go through a couple more of these. Oh, wait, we did. And then we went to, so I can actually have my agents on here if I wanted to hide my roster, but I don't want to hide my roster. And then I want them to know that my agent's on my team, so it's not hidden. You can do a lot of different things in here. Just really concentrate on, in the whole system of BoldTrail. Anytime you see a toggle, you have to make a decision whether you want the toggle on or if you want it off. So really make that decision when you go in here. I'm trying to think if there's, I don't really want, you can, yes, this is your website QR code, but I would probably use the Design Center on the property codes. But if you want your website code, here it is, test it out, make sure when you scan it, it actually goes to your website. Just kind of be careful in here, okay? Just make sure that what you're using is what you're using for print. And then also make sure it works before you print it, okay? Like on your signs or any flyers that you do. Yes, okay, so right here, you're gonna see editor. You can get in here and you can play around with this, but I highly recommend that you, only if you know what you're doing, okay? Because you can kind of mess it up a little bit. But see, when I'm in editor, that second one went away. So it kind of makes me a little nervous, like, ooh, what's behind it? So don't want to get into that one. So be very careful. If you are a team lead, you can actually do your team, and then you can actually go into your agents, their different websites, to make sure that they look good. And let me go back to site settings, and then I can see which ones are set up in here and make sure that all of these are good. in here. And if anything, if the settings are right, and we have some custom header, of course. There we go. And I do see a couple of other HTML done in here. So it's really just about checking things out, making sure that you have the connections that you want in here. There's other third-party platforms that you can actually see in Marketplace that you can add in, but that is extra cost. So anything that you see in here that is going to go to your website, it is an additional cost. So just be mindful of it. API Nation is the integration company that basically connects all of these platforms together, so to work inside of here. So if you want to know, they have a wonderful newsletter. If you want to watch what they're doing, sometimes they connect things and they give tutorials on it and why it's important or it's a great feature to have. And then they create or build it. And of course, they resell it, right? Because they built it for somebody, but then they want to, share the love with other people, but also make money. So just know that there's lots of things in here that you can kind of integrate into your system. You have to test it out, Nora, when you are actually in your Web IDX. When y'all ask specific questions, if I say yes, it's going to make a liar out of me. So I would have to say test the system. If you want to do something, test it. One of the things that you can do is the color, which is, yes, thank you for the laughing emoji, because yes, it will make a liar out of me. But see right here, the template color, you can always change this to any color that you want. So right now I have it this kind of baby blue one that kind of matches a lot of the others. But if I wanted to, oops, let me go back to mine. Let me make sure that one's mine. Nope, it's the Show Me Texas one. Go to the Show Me Texas. There we go. You can see the primary colors right here. So if I wanted to change this one, I actually like this color a lot. So I'm going to save. Let me see if it'll refresh. Might take a minute. Nope, it did immediately. So see how I made that darker? So you can actually make a custom color on here. And this little bar, it goes down into the other ones too, right underneath. So I do like that. It really does change things because I really don't want to change the layout or anything. I like it. But the color, you can always change it. I'm afraid to ask questions because probably going to be a little difficult. Let's see, do you pay extra for the view of your website? Rhonda, what do you mean? Do you pay extra for the view of your website? Do you mean like how many, the analytics on it? Oh, you're meaning the templates. So right up here, yes, you can pay for other templates. These are the premium templates, but we are getting one of these. So I would hold off. Don't spend money until you make money. And then also remember, if you just have money to burn, then you can build this. But I would recommend working with what you have already because websites don't get you buyers and sellers. It's how you use your website and how you get your website out there. So I would start making sure that you have a Google My Business. Has your times, it has your website on it, your rankings, your improve your SEO. You need to do all of those before you um, spend a whole bunch of money on all of this stuff. But that's me, okay? If y'all want to buy one of these beautiful ones right here, you're more than welcome to. But just know that this one right here is being built for JPAR to have for free. So I've been told, but it's a lot of work in progress. So I'm going to see it really quick. I see under this one. I'm just checking to see if there's any more questions. Okay, do y'all have any questions about this? I am going to show y'all really quick back on the dashboard on the live training. When you select the training, it's going to give you, I didn't finish showing you guys this. So right here, let me see, there's team. I like the ones that say Q&A. So make sure you watch ones that are Q&A. They might have taken the one with the web IDX because it was a little more advanced. Let me see. I would definitely, I don't see the web IDX, but keep an eye on this because you can go through and see which ones. I do recommend, and just so you know, we don't have back office, that's the accounting software. But these quick starts, part 1 through 4, those are very good to go to. And they're just really going off. But remember, it's just like when you buy an app on your phone, they're going to try to upsell you. So use your platform to benefit your business, but do not use the platform to go broke. Okay. There's tons of things that you can spend money on, but be very, very careful. Okay. Choose the things that are going to really help your business. Start with a domain. Like I said, in the checklist, and I'm going to copy for you guys, and I'm going to put it in the chat. I even put blog posts. I have extra bonus tips on here. And that they even have a pro tip on here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it into chat really quick. And y'all can copy this. Oops. Oh, come on. Come on. It's not letting me paste. You know what this means? This means that y'all need to come to the boot camp in your city so you can get this handout. There you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send this to my assistant, and we're going to get that as a link, as a downloadable link into Google Docs, and I will get it for you next week. And so you can have this whole prompt. But if you really want to see the prompt that I used, you can take a screenshot of this right here. And guys, if y'all aren't using ChatGPT, you really should. Now I'm going to give you one last tip. How many of you know that, give me a thumbs up, that you know that ChatGPT went from ChatGPT 4.0 to 5.0? How many of y'all know that? See right up here? Okay, I see one thumbs up. Okay, so it went to 5.0. So I can easily go to 5.0 if I want to, but when they went from 4.0 to 5.0, um, myself and Scott, we feel as though the 5.0 is not as smart as our 4.0 that we built all of our information in. So, and we've really collaborated with 4.0. And so we feel like 4.0 is a better employee than 5.0. So we can actually select, when you select on the little down arrow, you can select legacy models and you can go back in and you can select 4.0. Okay. The 5.0 new employee, I don't know, their annual review. I don't think they're getting a bonus, you know? So I would definitely see which one you like better. I like 4.0. It remembers everything that I put in it for BoldTrail. 5.0 is like, oh, I'll give you a good response the first time, but if you ask me any questions, I'm just going to act like I'm up in the clouds. And it's a little um, disheartening. I think 5.0 is a little disappointing. So be careful. Let's see. Nora, did you have your hand up? I don't see. Just want to make sure. Okay, okay. I thought I saw some. Thank you. Okay, wrong button. Do y'all have any questions? And I know this is a topic, and it's really hard to teach because everyone is at a different stage in their business. So before you worry about your website, please get a Google My Business. You really want to be able to search yourself. Now, a lot of people are doing all these Google My Business, which I do recommend. But the first thing you need to do is I'm going to do a new chat. Um, you need to search yourself. And if ChatGPT can't find you, oh my goodness, that is not me. Let's see if the words are right. Courtney Britton Schaefer, yeah. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to give it a different picture because that's not me. If you look up Courtney Schaefer, she's also like an author, and I don't recommend her books, but just know that I'm not a published author yet. But you really want to search yourself. But look, coach and CRM trainer, real estate agent, mentorship, kindness, foundational systems over hype, believes in nurturing relationships. And okay, yes, good. That sounds good. From now in Galveston, active in Texas real estate circles. Yes. So background, online presence. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's so funny. That's not me. So definitely will be improving this, but you need to put yourself in here. You need to put your bio in here. You need to put if you specialize in anything, if you help veterans or seniors, or if you do luxury or commercial, you really need to put all of your information in here because guess what? People are no longer going to Google to find people. They're going to ChatGPT. And I'll give you, if I can, oh, this is what I did. I did a search for my son, and we were looking at the summary of the top billionaires in Texas. And so they give the whole list of all the top billionaires in Texas. I mean, why aren't they on a mailing list on do you need help with any real estate? I'm sure they have their own real estate agent, but still, we were just seeing like how much information can we find? Well, then I went in further previously and I looked up commercial brokerages in Houston. And then I went to top agents, and then I asked for their email and their phone numbers and their main point of contact. It gave me everything. It put it into a CSV file that I could put into a spreadsheet. You can ask it all of this data. You can actually you can prompt in here your client's request for houses, and it will find houses that are on all the MLSs. So if you're like, oh, okay, I'm really looking for this, and you just dig deep, 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 right? You can actually do this in your chat GPT prompts. So be mindful of it. It can help you in your business. Yes, make sure that, if there's a Nora Roberts in your area, then start telling ChatGPT more about you, more about what you do. And then also, Nora, you can talk about being a foodie and throw that in there, and that you're, the top list, or, food critic, or whatever. So you can actually put more in there about you. So definitely dig deeper. Definitely want to, if you really want to work on marketing, you need to market yourself. So how are you marketing yourself? And is it just through Facebook? Is it just through video? Is it just through these certain things? So yes, absolutely. So Rhonda, you're absolutely right. Your latest info, which is great. You really need to put it out there, because people are going to be checking up on you, right? This is almost like a resume. So you can put your testimonials in here as well. With your bio, you can say, I just had a wonderful testimonial for my client that just closed on a very difficult deal. It was a FERPTA, it was solar panels, it had foundation issues, it had a pool, came with furnishings. I mean, you could put all of this stuff in there, and then you're telling it a story. And then it's going to extrapolate from that you can specialize selling a house fully furnished. You can specialize in a house with solar panels. You can, so when you start putting those stories into it of your transactions, it's going to learn more and more about you, and being able to tell the consumer more and more about you. So just keep feeding it information, and then it's going to know that information about you. And please be truthful, because people check up, right? So does anybody have any more questions? We're coming up on 3:00, and I am probably going to go take a nap and get ready for trainings. Any questions you have? It doesn't have to be about the Web IDX, and it doesn't have to be about ChatGPT. It can be about any of our tech, really. Just know that we do have boot camps coming up in each of the Texas cities. And don't forget that we do have right here, they look like this now. We made it like kind of come and get this done. We'll be in El Paso the September 17th and 18th. So make sure you sign up. This is a paid class. You do get 20% off being a JPAR agent. But this is 2 days of hands-on training in class. We walk through how to make a squeeze page, how to make a landing page, how to set up your profile, your behavior automations, your birthdays, your templates, your smart campaigns, your templates. We check on your website. We make sure that when you leave, you are ready. And you do have forever homework, because there is processes that you need to match in your business. So really, it's a 2-day hands-on boot camp. And just so you know, the big Tom Ferry conference that just went on, I saw BoldTrail, their booth at the Tom Ferry summit that he does every year, and like kind of like September 1st, or like August, end of August, because Tom Ferry always says September 1st is Happy New Year. You should already be planning for your next year. So just so y'all know, I got a little calendar. I got a calendar and it is for 2026. So I am already planning because I know I'm a Tom Ferry girl. I love it. September 1st, we say Happy New Year and we start planning for 2026. Everything we want to accomplish, our goals, even our vision board, anything and everything. And also, guys, I got this. It's a 2-year calendar, so it has 26 and 27. And I think it was $6.99 on Amazon. So for 2 years. Now it doesn't have the weekly and the daily where you put everything in, but it does have the full month that I can see for the next 2 years of, and then it has an extra page between each month of your goals and tasks and some notes. So you can actually work with that month or between the months. So I really think you should start scheduling for your 2026. And just so you know, on October 29th, we will have a lead gen webinar nationwide, and we will be going over lead generating tools that you can do to get ready, especially during the winter months of kind of a low season. But you can actually set things up and take advantage of the holiday season to set things up for 2026 so you can hit the ground running. And then also we'll be doing a bingo competition. And you could win some prizes. And then the second webinar on December 3rd, we will be posting those winners from the bingo. So if you could just watch for those are coming soon. And sign up for those boot camps. If you have any other questions, please go to the One Stop Hub and you can type chat, and that will take you to the one-on-one consultations that you can schedule. Now, just know that we're trying to work the schedule out as well on other items, so traveling. So if you do schedule something, the Calendly, we hope it's linked and it's right. Nora, I know we had difficulty that day, but I believe it's fixed. And so, but I am now traveling a lot. So we'll make sure that we have those one-on-ones. It's 30 minutes, guys. I take a look. You can share your screen. I look and see how you set things up, if it's right, if it's wrong, or the next steps that you need to move to. So if you go to set up the first 5 steps that you need to do, and then also don't forget to attend orientation tomorrow, because Josh Jackson goes over what you need to do to set up your system properly. And he does that the first Wednesday of every month. And so it just goes over all of our tech that we have and how you can stay on top of it. So if you have any other questions, or if y'all don't have any other questions, I will let y'all know, and I will see y'all next Tuesday.